Jai Guruji, everyone. Like Seema Aunty said, मैं भी झाड़ू मारने आ गई आज. Shukrana to Guruji for such a divine satsang, for such a beautiful darbar, and for such a beautiful Guru Parivar, and for giving me this opportunity. I got so excited today when I saw the color of Guruji's chola. I had no idea, so thank you Guruji for that blessing. As we all know, being in this darbar itself is such a blessing. So Shukrana to Guruji for choosing us to be here. We know that jab tak Guruji ki marzi na ho, none of us could be here. So my journey with Guruji started in September of 2021 when my dear friend Sonal Aunty, who is here today, she actually got me to this darbar. And actually before that I had come across Guruji's Swaroop and kahin na kahin, you know, dekhte ho aap. And I'll be very honest, I had a bit of a mindset, or thoda sa ek, I used to resist anytime kab koi kehta tha ki you must go to Guruji, because I'm a very big Shivji bhakt. And in fact, even the day I was coming to this darbar with Sonal Aunty, my thought process was ki ek baar hoke aa jati hu, you know. And we all know, wo din hai aur aaj ka din hai, once you're in Guruji's darbar, there is absolutely no looking back. The most humbling, the most divine, the most beautiful and life-changing experience. So Shukrana to Guruji for accepting me. When my journey with Guruji started in September 2021, my first blessing that I want to share with you all is for my son Karan. So in that year, June 2021, he graduated out of college and started his first job. He got it in Portland, Oregon. So he went with a lot of excitement, but wahan jaake suddenly I think, you know, he's a very homebound kid and very social and grew up in New York, New Jersey area. So suddenly he felt very lonely, no family, no friends. And he liked the job, and within 2 months he started looking around. You know, nothing clicked, obviously it was too early. And then in September I started coming here, and I remember it was a Thursday, and Sonal Aunty tells me, why don't you, Guruji ke samne kuch rakh? And she has no idea about this thing playing in my head. And by then my son was miserable. तो मैंने ऐसे ही बोला, गुरुजी, you know, मेरा बच्चा इतना दुखी है, देखो आपको जो ठीक लगे, you know, I don't know if it's right to change jobs so quickly. And 10 days later, my husband and I are scheduled to actually go to Portland to be with him for a week, you know, just to kind of, you know, make him happier. So the day I did this ardas to Guruji, it was a Thursday. The following week, Tuesday, my son gets contacted by a headhunter from LinkedIn for a bank in New York. Back-to-back interviews, Tuesday, and by Friday evening, he had the job offer in his hand. So literally, hum Monday Portland gaye fir bhi to help him pack up and move back to New York. Much higher pay, great job. He was so excited. We were so excited. In fact, he's still with that job, Abibi. And you know, it all happened so fast, quite honestly, I could not even process it. फिर वही होता है, वो हमारी थोड़ी जो wiring होती है, you know, वो kicks in, थोड़ा doubt होने लगता है कि, I don't know, did Guruji do this? Maybe it was going to happen, and मुझे लगा जैसे, you know, Guruji ने कर दिया. I'm just being very, very candid here. So I had such an interesting experience after that. एक Monday मेरा यहाँ मीठा सेवा था, and Maafi Guruji, I know गुप्त सेवा करते हैं, but I have to share this. So उस दिन I got jalebi for मीठा prasad. And सब कुछ हुआ, and on the way back, I just took a little takeout box and I went. And I don't know, I was just sitting in the car and something suddenly dawned upon me कि Sonal Aunty मुझे इतने satsangs, online satsangs भेजती हैं. I've never heard anyone. So 30 minutes car drive is the perfect time for me to listen to the satsang. So I looked through the list, इतने सारे थे और इतने लंबे लंबे, I said कौन सा सुनूं, समझ नहीं आ रहा था. So there was one that was by Varun uncle, and Varun is the name of my husband. So I said चलो ये वाला सुन लेती हूँ. So I started that satsang, and at one point Varun uncle says, I went to Bada Mandir with my dad, and Guruji ने कहा आज जलेबी है मीठा प्रसाद में, जरूर खा के जाना और 6 जलेबी खिलाना डैडी को. So you know, I kind of froze. I was like, wow, that felt eerie, like what are the chances? आज ही मैंने जलेबी प्रसाद दिया. आज ही I decided to listen to a satsang, and I picked this up where it talks about jalebi prasad. So I went home, Sangaji, I opened that box, and there were 6 jalebis in that box. So Shukrana Guruji, I mean, I didn't want to think of it as a coincidence. I thought it was a message, it was a blessing from Guruji telling me, don't doubt, I'm here. And then my next big blessing from Guruji came in the form of a promotion. So I had been in this role for a long time, and I think promotion was due, but मैं खुद ही थोड़ा push नहीं कर रही थी अपने आप को. I was like, नहीं नहीं बहुत stressful होगा next level. I don't want it. I'm fine. I'm happy here. Then when I started coming to Guruji, suddenly I don't know क्या हुआ, my job, my boss resigned. And kuch hua, and I started kind of pushing myself a little bit. Ki maybe I can, pata nahi, should I try? I started trying. After a few months, I started to get anxious. Ki I think I'm ready. And Guruji, agar aapko lagta hai, if I can handle the next level, and if I deserve it, then please make it happen. So Guruji ne ek bahut bada hint bhi diya. Fir year end hua, kuch hua nahi. And then suddenly, Sangaji, out of the blue, I have a chance meeting with somebody in my company, in a global group, literally 10 minutes conversation, and I had the next level job in my hand. Normally within any company, when you switch job from one group to the other, you have to go through an interview process. Nothing of that sort, 10 minutes conversation, literally as if Guruji just orchestrated the whole thing. It was a much better group, much better boss. And so Shukrana to Guruji for pushing me to first work hard and then, obviously landing the perfect opportunity. But वही होता है थोड़ा again by nature हम वाइनर्स हैं तो कभी कभी honestly मैं बोलती हूँ जब stressful होता है गुरुजी कहाँ फंसा दिया, but शुक्राना गुरुजी, hardest of meetings and things just sail through. And then there are just so many things. गुरुजी कभी हर कुछ भी होता है, कुछ doubt होता है, कुछ question होता है, गुरुजी हमेशा कोई hint देते हैं, number 7 दिखा देंगे या सत्संग के through hint देंगे. We had a rental property in distress, which cleared up. Shukrana to Guruji. My biggest Shukrana for this year is our younger son Rahul, who is here. He took a transfer to be closer to home. He's in college, so we are very excited for that. And my second Shukrana this year to Guruji is actually for choosing us to be the conduit for the union and engagement of two beautiful bachas of our friends, Varuna Aunty and Neela Aunty, who are here. So Shukrana to Guruji for that. शुरू में जब हम आते हैं गुरुजी के पास, we are very greedy. Guruji ye de do, Guruji wo de do. We are constantly testing Guruji. We are constantly looking for validations. और वो जब नहीं होता है तो लगता है कि जैसे पता नहीं हुआ connection. And I am also guilty of that. But now I'm at a point where I'm just so thankful. Guruji, aapne is like samjha ki we all are in this darbar. So Shukrana Guruji. There is one last thing I want to share, and I will tell you why I'm sharing that actually. So a couple of weeks back, it was a Sunday evening, and my husband and I, we went out for dinner, and it was 6 in the evening where we went, and we came back at 11:30 in the night. रात में जब हम वापस आए तो we suddenly see हमारा garage door खुला हुआ है, and we thought पता नहीं आज बंद नहीं हुआ, what happened? As we get closer to the driveway, we see our dog. He's a small dog. He's wandering in the lawn next to our mailbox. So we got very disoriented. कि क्या हुआ? How did he come out? Garage तो खुला था. There are 2 doors that connect the laundry room, that connect the garage to the house through the laundry room. So anyway, we quickly went in. Somebody broke into the house, but everything was fine. And thank God he was safe. 5.5 hours. And the reason I'm sharing this is, so last Sunday I was sitting here, and when the satsang started, I started thinking in my head, ki next week mera satsang hai, what am I going to share? And ye incident kept replaying in my head. So I said, Guruji kya bolte ho? Should I share it? Should I not share it? It was a big deal. Agar usko kuch ho jata to, I would have not forgiven myself for the rest of my life. And ki ek choti si carelessness ke karan we lost our dog. Ya usko kuch ho jata to. And I'm just sitting and debating in my head ki karu ya na karu, karu ya na karu. And there are 2 satsangs last Sunday, if you recall. The second satsang is by Sarika Aunty, and she comes here and talks about, oh, I desperately wanted a dog, and Guruji, 2 Shih Tzus, I think, landed at my doorstep. So I knew, Guruji, that it was you who keep us safe, protected. There are times we see our blessings, and there are so many times we don't even, see our blessings. So Shukrana, Guruji. I think before connecting to Guruji, thank you is a word that I was trained to say so bachpan se, you're taught. But I think now I understand the true gravity and the true depth of this word. Shukrana Guruji. Love you Guruji, and thank you so much everyone for listening to my satsang. Thank you.